Hi, my name is Brandon Neuman, and I chose the appeal to authority fallacy. And it is defined as saying that because an authority thinks something, it therefore must be true. Now, what that means is that if an authoritative figure says something, it must be true because they said it. Now, that doesn't mean, now the common thought is that that means that anyone who says something is possibly not true, and that in itself is an unjust reasoning, because if a doctor says something, it is likely, and about medicine, so let's say your doctor tells you need to lose weight, that is likely true because that doctor is an expert in that field and can likely explain to you why he is giving you that information. However, let's say your third grade science teacher says you need to lose weight. She's not trained in that field. She doesn't have all the knowledge available, and she doesn't quite understand that to the fullest degree. So just because she's a teacher, a figure of authority, doesn't mean that she's necessarily correct. As the website says, it's important to note that the fallacy should not be used to dismiss claims of experts or scientific consensus. So what all that means is that if someone is qualified to give information on a subject, that it is still valid. Just because they are a figure of authority does not necessarily mean that the information they are providing is false. And I really like this fallacy because it gets everyone to think about what they're consuming. So if whether it's food or media in general, if you're reading articles, you should know where they're coming from. Just because you're reading an article from Fox News doesn't mean it's going to be true, or just because you're reading an article from CNN versus, let's say, the White House comes on to talk about something. It's a lot different depending on who you're looking from. And so it's important to realize who you think are figures of authority, and then to vet those figures of authority and to figure out if they are what they say they are, if they know the information they say they know, and if they're qualified to be making the discussion topics that they are talking about.